To make the plane lighter, the woman straight up shoved the pilot out of the aircraft. Just to save a little fuel, the dude disappeared into the endless sky in seconds. She clenched her teeth, slammed the door shut, and rushed back into the pilot's seat. But the fuel gauge was still dropping fast, and there was no way the tiny bit of gas left could get them back to land. Desperate, she started tossing every non-essential thing out of the plane one by one. Then her eyes locked onto the last crate of liquor. Suddenly her boyfriend stopped her. Those bottles were packed with alcohol, and maybe, just maybe, they could use it as fuel for the plane. But another problem hit instantly. The fuel tank cap was on top of the wing, meaning she had to climb out there herself. She cracked open the cabin door, grabbed the rails tight with both hands, and slowly pulled herself onto the roof of the plane. Beneath her was nothing but endless ocean, and if the aircraft shook even a little, the wind would rip her straight into the abyss. But there was no turning back now. So she pressed her body against the plane and slowly crawled across the wing toward the fuel tank. Her boyfriend started handing liquor bottles out through the window. The second she popped the cap off the first bottle with her teeth, the plane suddenly jerked hard. The bottle flew right out of her hand and vanished into the sky. She almost slipped off the wing too, but at the last second she grabbed the edge and somehow held on. There wasn't even time to panic. She immediately yelled for another bottle. This time, she waited for the wind to calm down a little. Then she carefully opened the fuel tank cap. Holding the wing tight with one hand, she poured the entire bottle into the tank with the other. Finally, the fuel gauge ticked upward just a little. For the first time, it felt like they actually had a shot at surviving. Bottle after bottle, she kept pouring alcohol into the tank. But then disaster struck again. The last bottle slipped inside the cabin and shattered. That was it. No second chances left. She started crawling back, but getting back was even more dangerous than going out there. The raging wind kept pushing her away from the plane while violent turbulence shook the wing like crazy. The moment they finally slammed the cabin door shut, the fuel gauge climbed a little, but only for a few seconds before it started dropping fast again. The alcohol could only keep the plane in the air for a short time, nowhere near long enough to save their lives.